Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Come Let Us Reason Together. I'm your host Yandea, and joining me, like always, is my co-host and brother Duane.
Welcome back, everyone.
So on today's episode, we are going to answer a question from one of our viewers. Anthony asks, Yandy, a great topic of discussion would be how can people get to know they are not their body? So today we are going to reason about this topic, being a body. How can you know that you are not your body? And Duane, I'm going to ask you that question, and I will probably fill in or add in whatever, let's reason about it. So what do you think about that? How can someone know? How do you know that you are not your body?
Yeah, yeah. To me, it's hard to try to describe someone. Like, it's hard to use words to convey that you are not your body. Like, it's something that has to be experienced to know, right? Because we come into this world, and every way that we're programmed from we're a child, from we're an infant growing up, is like a integrative training of like you are your body, like, you know what I mean? Like, yes, there's always an element of soul that we're taught, or spirit, but like we really go throughout this world in a body like way. And one of the ways that you can discover that you're not your body is if you, like, it could be as simple as when you take time to meditate, and you really get into a deep meditative experience to the point where you can be in the place of the observer, observe your thoughts, observe everything that's like sensations in your body, your breath, everything that's happening to you, um, or around you, and realize that that observer position cannot be the thing that it's observing. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
So I know that's still just words, but like you can feel it. You can feel that I am more than just these limbs and this head and these legs and this torso, like, but it is something that you have to experience. Um,
Definitely.
Another way that I've experienced it is by doing past life regressions, where I've experienced, other lives, and you do the QHHT session, so I know you can add to that piece.
Fast,
But
yeah.
when you're going through that journey, it's very clear. Like, you don't need any
Yeah,
convincing that you're not your body,
yeah, yeah.
so yeah, I'll pose that question to you, Yan. What, in your opinion, how can someone know that they're not their body?
Well, I think I was actually, when I saw the question, I was like, this is a great question. And the reason why I thought that is because I literally had a client that I was talking with. I was talking to a client and her husband, and they had come in for a session. And one of the things we were talking about was the fact that she was speaking about not feeling connected to spirit, not feeling like maybe she had a connection. And I said to her, well, do you think that when you talk to yourself, you're talking to your body?
Mm,
And
good
and
question.
she was like, like she thought about it, like, no.
Mm-hmm.
When you talk to yourself, are you talking to your body?
Wow, that's great.
So when you talk to yourself, like when you say, where are my keys? Or when you,
Mm-hmm.
anything you may say to yourself, are you talking to your body? Were you asking
Mm-hmm.
that question to your body?
Right.
Right? And then so I said, okay, well, that's because you are a spirit within the body. That's who you're
Mm-hmm.
talking to. You're not talking to the
Mm-hmm.
body, you're talking to the consciousness within the
Yes.
body. And
Yes.
that's what you are. You are the consciousness
Mm-hmm.
within the body.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said, so is the consciousness within the body, does the consciousness or the spirit within the body need to breathe? Does it need oxygen? Does it need food? Does it need eyes? Does it need ears? Does it need, does it need senses? And obviously the answer is no. Because if you close your eyes and I say to you right now, say your name without using your mouth, say your name. You will hear yourself saying your name. You didn't use your mouth and you didn't use your ears. So who was saying your name?
Very good. Yes.
Right? Who was hearing the name? Right? And so then I asked her about breathing again, do you need to breathe? What does the consciousness within you, what is keeping it alive? And it's like, well, it has to have another source. Something is keeping it alive, and that thing keeping it alive, if it wasn't connected to that thing, it would not be in existence.
Exactly.
So obviously you who are not the body, you are actually connected to source.
Yes.
And so to say that I don't feel connected to source, I don't feel I have a spiritual connection, it's because you're identifying as your body.
Exactly. Yes.
The moment you realize you are not your body, you are the awareness inside your body, and you realize the awareness inside the body and the body need two different things to be sustained. Right?
Yeah.
And so the consciousness or awareness or spirit within the body is obviously connected to a source that is not the body.
Yes.
The awareness came into the body and animated, gave the body life, gave the body the awareness, connected to almost like an interface, right? Connected to the body, and through this awareness or through this consciousness, you're utilizing the body to be aware of your surroundings in a physical way, to touch something, to taste something, right? To smell, to hear, to experience the concoction of chemicals that flow through the body, to experience emotions and all of these different things. And so I think she got it immediately. She got it immediately. And I think that's just the thing. We have to remember that, and like you mentioned something, Duane, like for me, I've had, ever since I was little, I've had a lot of memories of other lives. I've been very active in the dream realm and all of that stuff. So I've just had enough spiritual experiences that I've always known that I was in my body. My body is, for me, a vehicle, If you've ever astral projected, you can know that even if you don't have to have like a near-death experience or something, but just, you can know, oh, I'm going back into my body. Well, who is the I? Who is the I going back into my body? You see?
Right.
I am going back into my body. So that means I has possession of something. The something that the I has possession of is the body. And you could think of it like, I have a house. I have a car. Exactly. The body is something that the consciousness has, that the consciousness owns. Right? But I am not my car. I am not my house. These are just things that I live in, or things that I utilize to move throughout this realm. But I am not it. Now, if somebody sees me, if somebody wants to locate me, they can come to my house.
Right.
If I'm saying to somebody, hey, I'll meet you at the store.
Right.
I'll meet you in the parking lot at the store. What are they looking for? My car.
Exactly.
And they may point at my car and say, oh, there's Yandea.
Exactly.
And they're pointing at my car.
Yes.
right? But they're
Mm-hmm.
pointing at my car because they know I own the car. The car is
Yes.
mine, and this is what I'm using to move around. So,
Mm-hmm.
saying if I drive by, hey, there goes Yandea, even if I
Mm-hmm.
have tinted windows, but they know it's
Yes.
my car.
Yes.
So, when somebody sees your body, tinted
Mm-hmm.
windows, they're not seeing your
Mm-hmm.
spirit. Some people don't see the spirit, right? Most people
Yes.
don't see the spirit. They're not
Yes.
seeing that. And so they look at your body and they
Mm-hmm.
say, there goes Duane, there goes
Mm-hmm.
Yandea, there goes Anthony, right?
Yes. Yes.
But you are the
Mm-hmm.
I, which is the awareness, the
Mm-hmm.
consciousness within that vehicle that's moving
Within.
around. So what happens
Yes.
is that one day, you know, you're gonna change cars, you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
change houses,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Exactly.
and that might look like moving to another city, another location. That
Yeah.
location we could call a dimension, we can
Mm-hmm.
call the other side, whatever, another life. But that's
Yes.
all it is. You're changing locations,
Mm-hmm.
you're changing cars, changing vehicles, changing
Mm-hmm.
houses, changing clothes, you know, however you want to look at it. So
Yeah.
those are just, I mean, some ways we can obviously reason more on the
Mm-hmm.
topic if there's other questions around it, but I find that's usually something, if ever you feel
Mm-hmm.
too much in your body, and I want to say being in your body is the reason we came.
Yes.
A
Very
lot
important.
a lot of
Yes.
people are so, they're trying so much to be
Mm-hmm. In the
spiritual
ether.
that they don't realize, and that was one of my biggest problems when I came into this incarnation. I had all of my upper chakras were fully activated, so, and like upper you know,
Mm-hmm.
fully
Mm-hmm.
activated. So all of these spiritual things were very easy for me to tap into, right? From
Mm-hmm.
heart up was great. And
Right.
solar plexus, I had, you know, life, you know,
Mm-hmm.
to go through and do some things there. And then creativity. This is what Earth is all about, that. You know,
Mm-hmm.
heart, Earth is like heart down, you know?
Mm.
You see what I'm
That's
saying?
so interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Earth
Yeah.
is heart
But
down.
so much emphasis is put on heart up. Like so much
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
emphasis. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know,
Mm-hmm.
heart down and heart up. Heart is the meeting place. So heart up
Mm-hmm.
is you know, all of that other stuff, and heart
Mm-hmm.
down. But the thing about it is that we want to have everything activated. And so a
Yes.
lot of
Yes.
people who are like, who may be very spiritual but kind of suicidal or not
Mm-hmm.
happy with being on earth, it's usually
Mm-hmm.
because we have our root chakra, you know, blocked up, not activated, we're not
Mm-hmm.
grounded
Mm-hmm.
properly. We have not accepted being in
Mm-hmm.
the here and now. We
Mm-hmm.
haven't accepted it.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
just too different. You know, people don't love, people don't this. It's, you know,
Mm-hmm.
all of these things we
Mm-hmm.
just can't settle in. So we escape to the other, you know, chakras
Yeah.
that are, you know, open. And so you could find
Yes.
yourself very much, you know, hanging out in the astrals and whatever the
Mm-hmm.
case is. But
Mm-hmm.
again, like, my point is that you did not come to be without a body.
Yes.
You didn't
Yes.
come over here to
Yes.
float around. You came over here to
Yes.
walk, to be
Yes.
in these feet and to walk the ground. You came to
Yes.
touch ground. So a lot of people, when they get into this whole spiritual stuff, it's all
Mm-hmm.
about like astral projecting, and they want to
Mm-hmm.
be all up in here, but you didn't incarnate to be all up in
Mm-hmm.
here. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
saying you shouldn't be in here, but I'm saying you
Yes.
shouldn't be doing in here without down here.
Yes.
You know,
Balance.
balance,
Roots and
exactly.
branches.
Roots and branches. That's
Yeah.
a tree without roots will die in the atmosphere.
Yes. Yeah.
A tree with roots but no branches will be unproductive, will not
Yes.
produce any good fruit. So
Yes.
you need to have your roots because it
Mm-hmm.
helps you to provide nourishment for people of the realm
Mm-hmm.
that you're in
Mm-hmm.
through
Mm-hmm.
your branches, right? And if you have the
Yeah.
branches but no roots, you can't do it. You just cannot
Exactly.
you can't produce anything. And not only will you not produce, you won't even grow.
Exactly.
You can't even grow.
You can't.
So you can't even
Yeah.
grow. So it's
Yeah.
very important for those who are on the spiritual journey to
Mm-hmm.
realize if your spirit, before you incarnated, you
Mm-hmm.
had one desire. I want to come to earth to do and to be. That's
Mm-hmm.
what you came for, to do and to be. Now that you
Mm-hmm.
get into your body and you're not really enjoying maybe the difficulty of the
Mm-hmm.
mission, you just
Mm-hmm.
want to stay in the easy realms. But that's not what
Yes.
you came for. Your mission
Yes.
is in the lower. You came to do
Yes.
and to be in the here and
Yeah.
now, not
Yeah.
after you die, not in your past lives, right
Mm-hmm.
here, right now.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to be able to settle that once and for all.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
am here and
Mm-hmm.
now. I
Mm-hmm.
am consciousness in this body, and I
Mm-hmm.
love it because I need it in order to
Yes.
move around and to live and to breathe.
Yes.
And my being is here in this
Mm-hmm.
body. That's it.
And to make an impact
Well,
to,
of course, that's it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, how many times have you seen, let's just say, a ghost? How many times have you seen
Right.
ghosts, creating these powerful, organizations or something where it's
Right.
saving lives or doing this? Like, no,
Right.
there are no invisible beings here.
Yes.
Even if there are
Mm-hmm.
invisible beings here doing work, guess what they're using? People with bodies.
Absolutely.
Either they're trying to
And
possess them or they're trying to
yeah.
influence them in some
Yeah.
way. So
Yes.
you are blessed to have a body.
Yes.
Everything without a body is seeking those with bodies to
Mm-hmm.
influence them
Mm-hmm.
to do either right or wrong,
Yes.
to assist them to do either right or wrong,
Yeah.
or they're trying to be in that body to possess them and to control them
Right.
to do
Right.
either right or wrong.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you are blessed to be a
Mm-hmm.
spirit who owns this body.
Mm-hmm.
You're not
Mm-hmm.
possessing this body illegally. This is
Mm-hmm.
yours. This is your
Mm-hmm.
real estate. This is your asset. You understand what I mean? So it's great to know that you have a body, right?
Yes.
You have a body. You have a body.
Yes.
You have a body, and that body and you are so integrated
Mm-hmm.
that you can feel that you are your body.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not wrong to feel that.
That's the interface doing its job.
That's it. It's
You know
not
what I mean?
wrong. It's not
Yeah.
wrong to feel that you are your body. But listen to this again. You
Yes.
are your body. Even if I say you are
Very
your
good.
body, it is
Very
still
good.
you
Yes.
are your body. Your
Your.
body is still something that you're owning.
Yes.
It's still something that's belonging to you.
Yes. Yes.
So you are your body, you have a body. In your
Yep.
own words, you're confessing that you are not your body,
Exactly. Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
So I think maybe that should be helpful to those who are wondering, like, how can I know that I'm not my body? One day,
Yeah.
for sure, you will know. You may have an experience, you may have, all of us will transition from here at some point. You'll know at that time, but you don't have to wait for those things. I mean, just in what we shared today, you could do that. Close your eyes,
Yeah.
say your name, have a whole conversation, and ask
Yeah.
yourself what part, you didn't use your ears to hear that.
Yeah.
What part of you was listening? What part of you was speaking? So yeah, I hope that helped.
Yes.
Hope
You
that
know, it
helped.
brought me back to when we were at the retreat and you were doing the I am session with us. And it's like, is I am this, is I am that. Like, it's so good to do that, to clarify, like to,
Yes.
you know what I mean? To
Yeah.
differentiate what
Yes.
is of the body and what is I
Yes.
am.
Yes.
So I encourage everyone to, you can do it actively or you can sit and do it, but however you're
Yes.
doing it, really tap into that I am within you,
Yeah.
breathe into it, live through it. Like,
Yeah.
Really. Yeah.
Yeah. And just to clarify on what you're saying, it's like
Mm-hmm.
I would ask a question like, okay, like I'll do it with Duane just to give an example.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
would say, okay, let's identify who you actually are. If you're the body, or if you're something different. So are you hungry right now, Duane? Like, really tap into who you are. Are you hungry right now?
No.
Right? Is there any, are you needing oxygen?
Not me. Not I am. My body does.
Your body does, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you can, and I mean, you could just keep going. You could even bring it into the
Yes.
trauma that you've experienced. When you really come into the center of who you are and you ask, like, am I angry?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Am I hurt? No.
Right.
Am I experiencing trauma? No.
Yeah. Was
Like,
I abused?
was
Like,
I abused? No.
right.
Like you were, like I am, was not
Yes.
abused.
I
The
am.
body was
Yeah.
abused. The
Yes.
body may have been like someone hit the body or
Mm-hmm.
molested the body, did something to the body, which is why the body can die.
Yeah.
But the I am can't. I am will
Cannot.
not, cannot.
Yeah.
Right? It continues on. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So I hope that helps. And this was a great reasoning. If you have any more questions about this topic, please, put it below this video and I will respond. We will respond in our next video. And if you have any other topics that you want us to talk about, to reason about, if you would like to come on here and be our guest
Please
and
do.
talk about something specific, maybe you agree, maybe you disagree with something we've shared before, or there's a new topic that you want to talk about, do not be shy. Send us a message below one of the videos and we will correspond with you, okay, and set something up where we'd be able to get you on here and have an episode reasoning about your topic. So that's all for today. Any last words, Duane?
Really would like for someone to come and join us. Like, I think that would be so fun and so engaging and bring out like a really great discussion. So please, like, don't hesitate with that at all.
Yes. And we say it, we say it all the time, and I think sometimes people don't, they think like maybe what they're wanting to talk about may not be as important, but it is, because there may be so many other people wondering what you're talking about, or wanting to talk about. Another topic that came up where somebody asked me, like, they said, you should talk about this on your podcast, and it was nothing really to do with spirituality. And so we are going to, well, let me not say nothing to do with spirituality, but obviously everything has to do with spirituality. But I mean, it's not
connected.
Everything is connected, but it is, it's not necessarily, what I mean, something that you would say. And I said, no, of course we're going to cover everything. This is not just about, quote unquote spiritual topics. We're going to reason. We're going to reason about any and everything. So do not block yourself or box yourself in, trying to think of what kind of question. Just what are you thinking about? Let us know and we will cover it. So the next topic is going to be spicy. It is going to be spicy. It's going to be a bit controversial.
Nice.
Yeah. And it's just reasoning. It's just reasoning, but it is definitely a hot topic. It's definitely a hot topic, but it's worth reasoning about. So we're gonna do that, okay? So see you guys next week, Wednesday at 7:30. Come, let us reason together. Bye-bye.